they built many things around Benji Sesko. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, we touch on Benjamin Sesko, we touch also on Xavi Simons, and we touch on Manchester United intentions for the future. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, let me start today with an important exclusive news on the future of Benjamin Sesko, one of the most interesting strikers in Europe in this moment. He keeps scoring goals, 12 goals since January 27 with Red Bull Leipzig. He scored or provided an assist in every separate game of the season since January 25 and games he started. So imagine that Benjamin Sesko is a proper machine in this moment, always scoring beautiful goals and doing fantastic. That's why many top European clubs around Europe are following him, especially from the Premier League. I always told you, remember the name of Benjamin Sesko for Chelsea, but also he's appreciated by Arsenal, Man United. Many clubs really like Benjamin Sesko, so many of them will be in the race in the summer. But what's important to say is that Red Bull Leipzig want to try to keep the player at the club. And so what Red Bull Leipzig did, according to my information, is to reach out to the agent of the player in the recent days, and they presented a new contract proposal for Benjamin Sesko. So an important salary, a project where Benjamin Sesko is going to be one of the crucial key star players for next season. They built many things around Benji Sesko. That's why they presented this proposal to the player. Now it's up to Sesko whether he wants to leave in the summer or stay at Leipzig with an improved salary and with the opportunity to leave the club in summer 2025, maybe with a different price for him. So the internal discussion is ongoing, waiting for Sesko to decide, but Leipzig will really try to keep the boy at the club. So the conversation for Benjamin Sesko is ongoing and everything is open. But remember that top clubs, especially from the Premier League, are prepared to attack the situation as soon as possible. Many of you also asked me about Milan. Obviously, they appreciate the player, but the priority target for Milan is Joshua Zirkzee, who still has a release clause into his contract. 40 million euros. He did fantastic at Bologna this season, and now Zirkzee is available for 40 million euros. Then guys, also something to say on Xavi Simons, the other young star of Red Bull Leipzig. I can confirm what I already told you. Paris Saint-Germain have no intention to sell Xavi Simons this summer. Paris Saint-Germain were very clear in the conversation with the agent of the player, no plans to sell Xavi Simons in 2024 summer transfer window. No way. So what could happen now is that Xavi has to decide whether he wants to return to Paris Saint-Germain and stay with Luis Enrique or go on loan for next season. My information is that a new loan is still the most likely outcome for Xavi Simons, with several clubs interested in England, in Germany with Red Bull Leipzig still pushing to keep the player for one more season, in Spain with Barcelona. Now Barca are busy with the Xavi situation, but in general they really appreciate Xavi Simons and they would love to bring the player back to the club. So let's see what happens at Barcelona in general and what will be the consequence for this Xavi Simons deal. But Xavi Simons is going to be a hot topic because the player wants to decide before the Euros. So he wants to communicate to PSG, okay, I'm staying, or no, I'm leaving on loan before the Euros. The feeling, according to my sources, is for Xavi Simons to go on loan next season. So the conversation will take place very soon. And the conversation at Man United, as I told you also yesterday video, is on many positions, several roles to cover in the summer transfer window, but what they decided in March is still absolutely valid according to my information. Man United want to bring in a new left back. They will be busy to bring in a new left back in the summer. Too many injuries for Luke Shaw. Malaysia also really unlucky with injuries. The situation with Reguilon was not managed in the best way in the January transfer window. And so Man United will bring in a new left back. They are exploring options. It's still not clear who is the player they want to bring in, but could be a young left back ready to compete, an important player. So Man United are looking at options for a new left back for the summer transfer window. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on who should be Manchester United left back. Which club should go for Xavi Simons and what's the best option for the player? I want your opinion on Xavi Simons, on Benjamin Sesko with Leipzig trying to keep the player, but also with many top clubs trying to sign him in the summer. I wait for your opinion here in the comments. Like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao.